what homelessness looks like now, or the new face of homelessness, really is young mothers and young children. These infants, toddlers, and preschoolers that are born into homelessness are really an invisible population. You can imagine the initial time that the family shows up at the door of a housing program, and they literally have everything they have taken with them in trash bags, and everything is new and unfamiliar and it's confusing, and mom has a million forms to fill out, a bunch of information to give to the staff of the housing program, and there are questions, there's noises, there's distractions, there's many other residents. It's a very chaotic and impersonal environment in a lot of ways. And as they're trying to ask the right questions and get to know each other a little bit, all through this, there's another new client that oftentimes isn't even noticed, and that is going to be the littlest resident of the housing program. It's the baby that's in the car seat with mom, that's sitting on the floor next to her as she fills out the paperwork, or it's the 1.5-year-old who's running around the room and trying to express himself in the only way he knows how, which is through crying and banging around and just trying to say that I don't understand what's happening to me. And it's that image that I think we need to keep in mind when we're talking about changing the culture of housing programs to be more child-friendly and more aware of the real opportunity they have to meet those needs from the very first moment a family touches the door to the time that they transition out into their own housing. There is a substantial body of research saying that all of these adverse early childhood experiences will have lifelong impacts on these children. We don't really think that this is going to take a lot of new resources. As I said, there's a lot of experience locally in early childhood and human services that we think we just need to bring to the housing program and help to make those connections more seamless. So specifically, that might start with a fairly simple idea, but a very important one, which is that the housing system needs to be oriented to children. In addition to that, the staff of housing programs need appropriate training and supports to help meet the needs of the young children. One, by bringing interested housing providers together to talk about important times in the day of the life of a young child and what they can do in their role to enhance positive parent-child relationships and promote healthy early development. So as a group, we worked on 4 key times: bedtime, bath time, playtime, and mealtime. And providers brainstormed the practices that they currently have in each of their housing programs and what they might be able to do to create more of a nurturing environment for young children. I think volunteers are always needed and welcomed in housing programs. There are a number of different things that any person could give with their time or with the resources that they have. Whether that's maybe doing a reading group with young children, or volunteering to help during mealtime. I think one of the biggest benefits of that is just really seeing what a housing program looks like. Just having that first-hand experience, I think, is the best way to educate a person and to really motivate them to do something, to write a letter to the newspaper, to write a letter to their elected official, to organize a toy drive or anything like that. I mean, just showing that you care is a really important step.